Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to start the next lecture of business finance, and we are going to start chapter 2. Chapter name is Time Value of Money. Why time is important in decisions related to money. So we will discuss about this in detail. The topics that we will cover in this chapter: the time value of money, interest rate, what is interest rate, then types of interest, two types of interest rates, that is simple interest, second one is compound interest, then next topic will be amortizing a loan. What is amortizing a loan? It will come, then we will discuss compounding more than once a year. That is, sometimes we are receiving interest more than once a year. Like suppose if you are depositing your money in a bank, so bank is paying you annual interest, but sometime you are receiving interest semi-annually, like in case of US bonds, or sometime you are receiving interest quarterly, sometime you are receiving interest monthly. So this case we call it compounding more than once per year. That is, you are receiving interest more than once a year. Now, what is an interest rate? The interest rate is the amount a lender charges for the use of asset. Keep in mind, there are two parties. One is party A and one is party B. A gives $100,000 to B. This $100,000 is a loan. So A gives a loan of $100,000 to B. So A is the lender. And B is borrower. Lender means the person who gives loan, and borrower means the person who receives loan. So A gives a loan of $100,000 to B. Now this $100,000, which is an asset, this asset belongs to A, but he is giving permission to B to use this asset. This asset can be any other thing. It can be a land, it can be a building. For building he is receiving rent. For land he is receiving some ijara that you people call. So the asset belongs to A, but A is permitting B, giving permission to B to use this asset, but that use is for some amount. And that amount is basically a percentage of the original amount. This is original amount, and this is basically that percentage. Now see the definition. The interest rate is the amount a lender charges for the use of asset. So the lender, this is lender, for granting use of asset to B, he is charging certain percentage. He is charging certain, see, the amount a lender charges for the use of asset expressed as a percentage of the principal, and this is basically a percentage. This is 9%, this can be 10%, this can be 7, 5, 6, 15, 20, 30, it can be anything. It will be a percentage of the original principal amount. This $100,000, this is called the principal amount. So this is basically an interest rate. I think it will be clear. Time value of money. Why time is important in our decision? Here's an example. Which would you prefer? $10,000 today or $10,000 in 5 years? Suppose a person gives you an option that I can give you option A, $10,000 today, right now. And option B is that I will give you $10,000. Sure, I will give you $10,000 after 5 years. Means 5 years from now. So, which option would you prefer? Option A or B? Think. Obviously option A. Why option A? Because this option A gives us opportunity. Opportunity of what? Investment. We can invest this money today, and if after 5 years we will receive only 10,000. But if we will receive it today, this $10,000, and we will invest it, so maybe we will make more money on this $10,000. Maybe we will earn $5,000 or $6,000 on this 10,000, or 2,000 or 3,000. It will be in the form of what? Profit. So this time, this 5 years time, the difference between this decision and this decision, that is what? That is 5 years time. 5 years. You're receiving 10,000 here, you're receiving 10,000 here, but the difference is what? 5 years. In this case, you will receive 10,000 today, and in this case, you will receive 10,000 5 years from today. But we will select this option. Why this option? Because this option gives us investment opportunity. We can invest this money, this $10,000, and we can earn profit, 5,000, 2,000, 1,500. Maybe we will earn more than 10,000 as a profit on this money. So because of this, time has importance in money, in decisions related to money. So suppose we invest this money for 5 years, we earn $5,000 on this money. So 10 plus 5, So we got 15,000, and in this case after 5 years you will receive only 10,000. So we are not going to accept this option, and we are going to accept this option. So obviously $10,000 today. You already recognize that there is time value to money. There is an importance of time in decisions related to money. We discussed about this. Why is time? Why time? Why is time such an important element in your decision? We already discussed. Time allows you the opportunity to postpone consumption. We will postpone consumption. We will not utilize this money. We will not use this money. We will not eat this money. And earn interest, and we will invest this money. When you will postpone consumption, so means you are investing this money, and earn interest and profit. And you can earn interest or you can earn profit. There is a difference between these two terms. Interest is haram in Islam and profit is halal. There is a difference. Interest is basically fixed, and profit is basically what on the base of, on Islamic point of view, it is basically for making some effort. There is a chance of profit as well as a chance of loss. But here in case of interest, it is only what you can say, if there is profit or loss, you will receive the amount. The person who is receiving loan from you, if he is in profit or he is in loss, he will pay you interest. We will discuss these things in detail when we will study bonds and shares in detail. Types of interest. So there are two types of interest. One is called simple interest and the other is called compound interest. So with the help of example, we will discuss these two. Suppose A gives a loan of $100,000 to B. A, and this is B. They agreed on a 9% interest. This loan is for 3 years. So I'm making a timeline. Suppose A gives loan of $100,000 to B on January 1st, 2016. So this is 2016. Loan is for 3 years. So see, 2017, 1 year. 2018, so 2 years. And 2019, was that about 2019? 2019. So loan is for these 3 periods. Now A gives loan to B B agrees a 9% interest, but this interest is simple interest. So now, after 1 year, he use my assets, he will pay me 9%. So 9% means $9,000. So B will pay at the end of first year, B will pay $9,000 to A. After 2 years, the second year, so again there is interest, 9% interest, so it becomes another $9,000. So B will pay another $9,000 to A. At the end of third year, again there is an interest of 9%, so it becomes $9,000. So B will pay another $9,000 at the end of 2019, and he will now, because the loan is for 3 years, he will also return the principal amount, that is $100,000. So see, year 1, A receives 9,000. Year 2, A receives another 9,000. Year 3rd, A receives another $9,000, and then he also receives his principal amount. Leave the principal amount and look at the profit. So what is the total interest? 9 plus 9 plus 9. So it becomes $27,000 interest. So this is that interest which is charged only on this principal amount. We call it simple interest. Interest which is charged only on the principal amount. We call it simple interest. So see here, interest paid or earned. The person who is borrowing money is paying interest, and the person who is lending money, he is receiving, earning interest on only the original amount. That is, original amount or principal amount, these are same, borrowed or lent. One person is borrowing, the other person is lending. Now see the second, that is compound interest. Interest paid or earned on any previous interest earned, as well as on the principal borrowed or lent. Here is the difference. You will receive interest on the principal amount, this, as well as you will receive interest on the previous interest earned. What does it mean? Take again the same example, but now it is not simple interest. It is now compound interest. Now what will happen? See, in the previous case I told you that in simple interest, at the end of first year, B paid $9,000 to A. B paid $9,000 to A. But here, B is not paying this $9,000 to A. This $9,000, it will be accumulated to this $1,000. sorry, $100,000. Mean you will receive interest in the next year on this $100,000 as well as on this interest that we already earned. So you will receive 9% interest on 1 lakh as well as 9% interest on this interest that we earned in 2017. So see, the total amount becomes, so first year your interest is how much? 9,000, but the second year your interest will be 1 lakh plus 9,000, so it becomes 109,000. So 109,000, you will charge 9% interest on that. So it will become 109,000. Sorry, 109,000 and 0.09, so we got 9,810. So second year, now you will not receive 9,000, you will receive 9,810. 9,810. Now the third year you will receive interest. This year, I'm talking about this year, you will receive interest on 1 lakh plus you will receive interest on this 9,000 plus this 9,810, because this is previous interest earned. So 9 plus 9, it becomes 18,810. 18,810. So now what is the total amount? 1,18,810. So we will receive 9% interest on this total amount. That is 100,000 the principal amount and 18,810 the interest earned. So you will receive 9% interest on the principal amount and you will receive 9% interest on the previous interest earned. This is previous interest. So you will receive 9% on this. So total amount becomes 118,810. So on this amount you will receive 9%, so it becomes 118,810.09. So we are getting 10,692. 10,692.9. So take it 10,692. 10,692. Now compare it. Simple and compound. See, first year, here we receive interest of how much? 9,000. Second year we receive interest of 9,810. And third year we receive interest of 10,692. So when we will add, we will get 2 0 9 8 2. So see, in simple interest we were receiving only $27,000, but in compound interest we are receiving 28,902. Mean we are receiving 1,000 some amount more than as compared to the simple interest. So in compound interest we are receiving interest on the principal amount as well as on we will receive interest on the interest on the interest that we previously earned. So see now the definition that interest paid or earned on any previous interest earned, that is we will receive interest on the previous interest earned as well as on the principal amount. Inshallah, we will discuss these things in the next class. Now the size of video is 26 minutes. Assalamu alaikum.